Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Metroid Zero Mission Blind. See, the funny thing is I knew this area existed before we got here, but I was just like, Cratera, okay, that's a thing, and we can do things. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm
seeing the intro
I
cutscene.
can't shine spark hoe.
Yeah, you know what's funny? In the original Metroid, this place did not exist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was once again only a cutscene.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that,
It wasn't until Super Metroid that Cratera actually appeared.
because that's the thing, because the original Metroid, it's literally just like, you get a dumbed down version of the blurb based more so on the opening text from the opening cutscene, and then game start, done. You just go up a lift and then you leave the planet. It's like, mission complete! Okay, cool. You don't even see the ship, I'm pretty sure, in the original.
Mission complete!
Mission complete! Take off your suit! Alright, we're done. Play next game.
And...
Samus is a girl? Play next game.
Samus is a girl, Mega Man does not roll? What? It doesn't work like that! Oh, what was it? I remember watching someone do a blind playthrough of Mega Man 10.
Why can't we still play as the Mega Man wearing the hard hat?
And they said, when I found out the main plot for this game, I was really hoping when I got to the castle it would just be like, psych, the virus has made Roll the villain. We're going Mega Man X5 on this. Psych, welcome to Roll's castle. Because, I mean, like, how many times has it always been, like, surprise, it was Wily all along.
Hey, you remembered to go back down there. Good. I'm glad that you're...
Okay.
Riley,
can't...
cross-dresser.
I beg your pardon?
Hey, if Cloud can do it, so can he.
Yeah, but it's not a... That's not...
Wait, who did cross-dressing, Lester?
Cloud.
Oh,
Us.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it goes into one of the most painful cutscenes I think I've seen in video games in years, where 3 people violently threaten...
Well, that's the thing. That's optional, remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
But still...
if I remember correctly, Matt, when we were doing the blind playthrough, you avoided that cutscene entirely. From memory.
what the I'll smash it cutscene?
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about...
I was talking about that,
I thought you were
but-
talking about Cloud at the Honeybee Inn. When you go for more of the outfit choice.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. No, thank you.
I love how they handled that scene for the Final Fantasy VII Abridged on Team 4 Star. That was a good scene.
I need to actually watch that. I haven't gotten a chance.
Some of those are really good. Like, actually, one of my favorite moments was when they were climbing the stairs, because they were like, "Oh, this elevator is out. We gotta climb all the way up." Barrett was getting so pissed. And then at the end of it, they got through the grate, and then one of the workers said, "Oh yeah, and that elevator does work. You just have to do this." And Barrett just screams.
There we go.
I was gonna say, Marley, you could kill that with a missile.
I watched Final Fantasy Mission Abridged after I watched a different abridged version of Final Fantasy VII. Like, I saw a different version first, where Cloud is intentionally made stupid.
Yeah.
And they specifically choose, like, when they go into Cloud's subconscious, every different room where he's going to different parts of Cloud, they're going to different parts of Cloud's memories. He takes on different personas of how different games have perceived Cloud. So, like, they get to the part where he's really mopey and he's convinced he's just made up his whole reality.
Bipolar Cloud.
And they've just added in all of these voice clips of him from Kingdom Hearts. So he's, like, incredibly distraught, and Suki says just like, would you be able to help me find where the real Cloud is? Not interested. And I'm just like, oh, this is fantastic. Because this is different personalities of Cloud, and that's specifically all just coming from the Kingdom Hearts, and everyone's like, that's a mopey, whingy person, blah, 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 blah. But
Yeah, because his personality is completely different.
By the way, Marley, that missile, you won't be able to get until you get another ability, so don't worry about it.
If only people told me 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, won't be getting that for a bit.
No, it's fine. But yeah,
Sorry, we were too busy to talk about Cloud's bipolarness.
long story short on that big waffle section there, the Abridged series that I watched of Final Fantasy VII had that going on, and then when they finished the main plot, they just, instead of doing Advent Children, because they were thinking of doing it, they just did like a terrible promotion for Strife delivery service that Tifa forced Cloud to record.
Wow.
Do you need something somewhere fast? Is the post office just not cutting it? And look no further than the Strife delivery service.
Do you need a random guy to turn up on a motorcycle to deliver your mail? That kind of stuff. And I'm like, this is so ridiculous, but how else would you do it? Ice Beam!
Hey! Just like we do the release date of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ow.
No, it isn't super effective against dragons.
Oh, the Ice Beam. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
This is true. I think just like Kingdom Hearts 3, it might have been announced a little too soon.
Well, that's the
about
thing. I think with how the fan base has been going, all of the remakes of other Final Fantasy games that have been coming out, people have been wanting news on whether or not 7 is going to happen for so long. And the iOS releases of 1 through 6 basically get critical reception because a lot of people hate the RPG Maker-esque style of the sprites. So I figure it's about time that Square made an announcement on, are we actually doing this? There is so much demand, how could we not? And I am okay for it to take as long as it takes. Like, quite frankly, there is every possibility that the League will never actually have a completed Final Fantasy VII playthrough ever. But if it did, we would probably go back for the remake. And I would be willing to wait.
Yeah, this is true.
I would be willing to wait, I think.
Yeah.
I also look at it as a thing of, like, look at the amount of polish that went into this remake, for example. There was no expectancy that a remake of Metroid 1 was ever coming. It came out of nowhere. Correct? Yet we had Fusion after the Prime game started coming out, and then this just popped out of nowhere. And then we had a massive silence before Other M came out.
Yeah.
So I'm of the mentality that just because a remake comes out of nowhere, be it in an announcement or in general, isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's the quality of the end result. I mean, like, as we were talking about before, look at Crash. And I am loving doing this, even though I'm terrible with croissants.
Yeah. You're learning the mechanic of the ice beam very well.
Diagonal shots are fantastic. Can I? Okay.
You just clipped through that croissant. So now our next destination is our first major boss in the game.
Yeah.
Giant lizard in the depths of Brinstar by the name of Kraid.
Well, you just skip him entirely if you know what you're doing here.
Yeah. You could go down to Ridley if you knew what you were
thank
doing
you.
there.
Even
Yeah.
if I did.
It's like
Oh,
a nice
God.
touch.
How long is that area? No, thank you.
He is harder, so yeah. You're better off just waiting.
Can I survive that just by tanking through it? Oh, if I reach a spot where I can't sit down, that's not going to be good. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
And you know what's funny, Marley? If you tried doing that,
It's a dead end, isn't it?
you'd be greeted with a green door, and you can't
Yeah.
open that.
After all that, you would just get to a roadblock anyways.
Actually, there's a green door right there.
No, green door needs super missiles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Green door needs
Is it
super
yellow
missiles.
doors that need power bombs?
If you play your cards right, you might be able to open one sooner than you're supposed to. Yes.
Yeah. Was he jealous that the cat was on the fridge?
Yes.
Why can't I get up there?
Why can't I get up there?
Okay, coming back to things. Can't remember if we were talking
I'm
about
surprised Molly's doing
Kraid or Cloud being the world's first drag queen. What were we talking about again? I was completely lost. I'm like,
Let's go back to that.
I don't know
Why is
why.
Cloud
My
wearing a
brain
dress?
just went. Congratulations, Cloud. You are the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race.
We were talking about colors of doors, so that's what we're
Oh,
really talking about.
God, I went on a completely different tangent. I'm just like, if you can't love Cloud, how the hell is he gonna love anybody else? What the heck is this random tangent?
Cloud, how do you have a bulge on your chest? You're a man. Don't ask.
Oh, this is why we plan what we're doing.
That's what good friends do. They have random, funny conversations.
And we talk about Cloud's boobs.
Okay, that might just be you, Lester.
And we talk about Cloud's boobs.
Where the... Where in the...
Maybe.
Where in the... Okay, yep, I know where I'm going now. And if you're lucky, Lester, I might be able to cut that out.
That's okay.
Well, then they're gonna be confused as to why I'm saying Cloud's boobs.
Well,
I like Norfair's music, though. Norfair
Yeah, it's good.
likes the pieces in this game.
This is one of those games I need to pick up again.
when an 8-bit game gets remastered in any degree, and you drop the mouse on the floor,
Yeah.
and the music just...
Well, we don't need that.
Yeah, like when an 8-bit game gets remastered to any degree, and just the level of complexity that they can imbue in the remake, especially in the sound department, is just incredible.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Like, I know it's very hit and miss for some people, but, for example, Wily Wars. I freaking love the Wily Wars remake of Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, and I feel like those are some of the best iterations of some of that music. I know some people are very partial to the 8-bit, but, like, it's all based on personal choice, but just, I think, especially with Metroid Zero Mission, you've got to commend the amount of charm that they add into very ambient music. And the fact that they've turned it from something that was purely ambient, it's gone from purely ambience to something that is ambience and music.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Like, they've turned that ambience into music, and now they've added more music on top. How impressive is that?
That's pretty impressive. I like that.
I can't get that missile tank still. Okay.
Oh, did you get that missile that was in this room?
No, I came back, but I'm still...
That you were trying to get
I think he
earlier?
did.
No.
No, he did not.
No, he didn't.
No, I decided not to, because I'm still confused by it.
You can get it now. You have Ice Beam.
This is true, yeah.
Oh, I get
Okay.
you now. Yep.
I mean, you're gonna come back to it anyways at some point, so it's not too big of a
Yeah.
deal.
I might come back, to be honest. I'm pretty invested in going somewhere. Where am I going?
You will be at some point, so
Yeah, you
Not too big of a
pass
deal.
this room like a lot, so it's fine.
yeah. 100% or not, you still come through here a lot.
Just get on the croissant.
Get on the croissant, please.
I don't want a frozen croissant, that'll taste terrible. Be a brick.
Wouldn't it, though? Ugh.
And like I've
want
had,
my- I want
like
my
someone
Panera.
actually served me a frozen piece of croissant before, and I swear I could have broke my teeth.
Ow!
It was terrible.
No thank you.
They didn't know how to cook.
Apparently,
Was it me?
jeez.
Did I do it? Did I do it, Lester? I'm so sorry.
Marley, you should have thawed that for more than 5 seconds.
Just gone in the microwave and turned it into solid rock.
Interesting.
Yeah. I always figured there was a reason that my mother never let me cook. So it was a lesson I had to learn on my own.
That's funny, because how you cut out, you're like, this is why my mother left me. Like, oh, that's depressing.
I beg your pardon! That just makes me think, it's not working out. Mother.
This is why I had to clarify, because this is depressing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That was not an ASDF movie reference, I swear. That happened by sheer coincidence. That and I blame Discord and Chaos. How the heck have we discussed Mega Man, Final Fantasy, RuPaul's Drag Race, and ASDF movie all in the same gosh dang darn episode that's meant to be about Metroid?
This is how we do it.
What in the inconsistencies
this
is
is us
happening?
we're talking
This
about,
is how
man.
we do. Ah, gosh, I have missed this.
That's,
Ah,
Agreed.
I miss this too. Kinda
Thank goodness
I
for
was
the
going
power
back to
glip.
it.
It's so bad.
The power grip. It's so bad.
No, that has to be the way we said it. The power grip. It's so bad. You gotta say it like you're really screwed up.
It's so bad.
Come on, 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 no. I can do this.
That's probably also not helping. Is that you're probably playing on keyboard, right?
How did you know?
Marley, are you playing like... No.
It's like it's an emulator or something. It's usually
like
most
I don't
people's
have
default
money or
controls for some
something.
reason.
And it's like we know you too, Marley.
Yes!
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Sequence breaking!
Don't do it, Lester.
Do what now?
Don't do
Get
the
it,
MLP
get it.
or MLP, MLG.
Don't MLP on me.
Macaruba! That.
I got cut off by a Final Fantasy 15 ad.
You got it.
We need a hype man. The maximum hype. Man,
Hey, telling you to go back to Norfair.
I just took this trip and I can't do a thing with it.
Good, you did it. Now get out of here.
Awkward cut, see you next time.
Oh, I don't. I don't.